Have you ever noticed a man saying something that makes your stomach flip, your heart skip, and your mind suddenly go, wait, did he just mean that? Maybe it's a comment, a tease, a little joke, but somehow it feels different. There's a subtle energy, a pulse in his words that you can't ignore. And here's the secret most women miss. When a man hasn't been able to stop thinking about you or imagining what it would be like to be closer, he reveals it without even realizing. He doesn't always say, I want you. But there's a pattern in what he says, how he moves, and even how he looks at you that screams desire. And if you're not paying attention, you could completely miss it. Now, I want you to imagine this: he's sitting across from you, and suddenly he drops a line that makes your pulse race. Not a typical compliment, something deeper, more playful, more intimate. Maybe it's a joke that toes the line between teasing and flirty. Maybe it's a story about him imagining a moment with you, just the two of you. And your mind races, wondering, does he really mean that? Is this just playful? Or is it more? Here's the thing, if he's saying these things, he's not just flirting casually. He's sending a signal, a subtle invitation that he wants something deeper, something intimate, something that goes beyond the surface. And this is exactly why women often get confused. We wait for the obvious sign, the direct confession, but men don't always give it that way. They hint, they tease, they nudge, and if you're paying attention to the right cues, you'll see it clearly. He wants you badly, and he's trying to show it, but only women who notice the signs get the full picture. So today, I'm going to show you exactly what to look for, what he says, what he does, and how his energy changes when desire is real. Because once you notice these signals, everything shifts. You'll start seeing the truth behind his words, and it's hotter than you think. Here's the first thing you need to notice. Ladies, a man who truly desires you won't just drop compliments in front of everyone. That's the casual, surface level flirting that anyone can do. No, when a man is thinking about you in ways that go deeper, ways that hint at intimacy, he finds those private moments. It might be during a quiet coffee together, a late night text conversation, or even when it's just the two of you at a party. He leans in, lowers his voice slightly, and says something that makes your stomach flutter. And trust me, he's not saying it to show off. He's saying it because he can't help himself. You see, there's a difference between casual interest and a man who is genuinely craving connection, craving closeness. The difference is subtle, but it's there if you pay attention. It's the way he talks about how much he enjoys your company, or the way he makes little observations about you that feel so personal you realize no one else would notice. Maybe he mentions a story he remembers you telling him weeks ago, or a thought about something you said that stuck with him. That's him giving you a window into his mind, a mind that's thinking about you constantly, and yes, imagining what it would be like if he could be closer. Here's the key. Notice when these moments happen. If he's only charming or funny in a group, but quiet or even shy when it's just the two of you, pay attention. The moment he chooses to open up, share something intimate, or tease you in a way that feels personal, it's a signal. He's testing the waters. He's seeing how far he can go without scaring you away. And honestly, that little peek into his private thoughts, that's the sexiest thing he can give you without even touching you. And ladies, don't underestimate the power of subtlety here. He might say something playful like, I can't stop thinking about that laugh of yours today. It's unfair how much it distracts me. Or maybe even something more teasing, you really have a way of making me lose focus, don't you? These aren't just words. These are invitations. They're signals of desire. And if you ignore them, you could miss exactly what he's trying to show you. The beauty of private moments is that they reveal truth. In public, a man can play games, he can show off, he can hide his intentions. But in private, his desire comes through naturally. His voice softens, his gaze lingers, his jokes become flirtier. And if you're tuned in, you'll notice the pattern. He's talking about you, he's noticing details about you, and he's doing it in a way that's intimate, personal, and impossible to ignore. So here's the challenge for you. Start paying attention to these private moments. Notice the times he drops a line, a compliment, or a playful tease that seems different. Ask yourself, does it feel like casual conversation, or does it feel like he's opening a window into his thoughts, into his desire? Because once you start recognizing this, you'll see a whole new layer of his attraction. And yes, it's hotter than anything he could say in public, remember. Ladies, desire is subtle, it's quiet, it's personal. And it often comes when no one else is watching. The moment he mentions you in a private, intimate way, that's the moment he's saying, without words, I want you. And if you notice it, respond with curiosity, with flirtation, with engagement. You'll not only see his desire clearly, you'll also intensify it. Here's something most women don't realize when a man is genuinely attracted to you. Thinking about you in ways that go far beyond friendship, his body, his tone, and even his little habits start to mirror yours. And I don't mean in a creepy or obvious way, it's subtle, almost instinctive. It's his way of saying, I want to be in sync with you. I want to be close to you. This is one of the clearest, most overlooked signs that a man wants more than just casual interaction. He's drawn to you on a deeper, more intimate level. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that when you laugh, he laughs a little differently or at the exact same time? When you lean forward, he leans forward. When you cross your legs, he subtly adjusts his posture to match yours. These aren't coincidences. Our bodies are wired to subconsciously mimic the people we are drawn to, and for a man, mirroring your energy is his way of building connection, showing alignment, and yes, signaling attraction. It's primal, ladies, and it's powerful. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. This mirroring isn't just physical, it's emotional too. If you're playful, he'll become playful. If you're teasing, he matches that teasing energy. If you're soft and intimate in a conversation, his tone softens. He adapts to your rhythm because he wants to create harmony with you. It's like his mind and body are saying, I see you. I want to be close to you. I want to feel what you feel. And let me tell you, there's nothing more irresistible than a man who can genuinely tune into your energy. This is also where you start noticing patterns. A man who mirrors your energy consistently, especially in private moments, is telling you he's thinking about closeness, thinking about intimacy, and yes, imagining what it would feel like to be even closer to you. It's subtle, but if you pay attention, you can feel the difference between someone who's just polite and someone who's drawn to you in a way that can't be ignored. And here's a tip, the more you notice and respond to this mirroring, the stronger the attraction becomes. Men love to see that their efforts to connect are working. So if he's playfully mirroring your gestures, laughing when you laugh, teasing when you tease, engage back, make it a game. Respond with curiosity, with subtle flirtation, with confidence. Because the moment you recognize and reflect back to him, his desire intensifies. It's a feedback loop of attraction that's electric, sexy, and impossible to ignore. Finally, notice the timing of this behavior. He doesn't mirror everyone. He reserves this energy for moments when he feels a real connection, when he's imagining you closer, physically, emotionally, and yes, even intimately. So, next time you catch him matching your energy, pay attention. It's not just playful mimicry, it's his way of saying he wants to be in sync with you in every way that matters. Ladies, mirroring is subtle, instinctive, and irresistible. It's one of the clearest indicators that a man is thinking about you in ways that go far beyond friendship. And once you notice it, you can start to read him like a book. Because a man who mirrors your energy isn't just flirting, he's signaling desire, closeness, and an attraction that's impossible to hide. Now, let's talk about something incredibly subtle, but so revealing. When it comes to a man's attraction, he gets playfully protective. And I don't mean overbearing or controlling. I mean those small, flirty, almost instinctive ways he positions himself around you, making sure you feel safe, noticed, and yes, irresistible. This is one of the clearest signs a man wants more than friendship. It's a sign he's thinking about you in ways that go beyond casual interest. Think about the last time you were out with him, maybe at a party or even just grabbing coffee. Did you notice him subtly nudging someone away if they were a little too flirty? Or maybe he jokingly teased a friend who dared to comment on your outfit. That's not coincidence. That little spark of protectiveness is his way of showing that you matter to him, and let's be honest, that he's thinking about you in ways that are deeper, more intimate. It's playful, it's sexy, and it's unmistakable if you pay attention. Here's the thing: men often feel more comfortable expressing desire through actions than words. So, when he's being protective in a light, playful way, it's his subconscious signaling that he wants to be the one closest to you. He's marking his territory in a way that's subtle, almost teasing, but also very real. And ladies, this is incredibly attractive because it's not aggressive, it's not pushy, it's fun, flirty, and just a little bit daring. Another way this shows up is in his attention to detail. Maybe he notices when someone else laughs a little too loudly at your joke, and he leans in closer, subtly redirecting the energy. Or perhaps he gives you those little glances that say, "I'm here, I see you," and no one else's opinion matters. These micro moments are like breadcrumbs of desire. They reveal that he's not just interested in your attention, he's actively thinking about keeping it, and keeping it just for himself. What makes this so irresistible is the balance between playful and intentional. He's not trying to control your world, he's teasing it, testing it, letting you see his attraction without ever crossing the line. And when a man can do that, when he can be flirty, protective, and playful all at once, it's a sign that his desire is real. And yes, it's focused on you in ways that go beyond casual friendship. Ladies, here's a tippy: when you notice this playfulness, lean in, smile, tease back, laugh. Responding not only acknowledges his attention, but subtly fuels it. The more he senses your enjoyment, the more protective, playful, and attentive he becomes. It's a loop of chemistry and attraction that builds effortlessly, one that's electric, flirty, and impossible to ignore. Finally, notice the timing. He doesn't get playfully protective with everyone. He reserves this energy for moments when he feels a real connection with you, when he wants to show you that he's thinking about your presence, your comfort, and yes, your allure. It's his way of saying, "I like you, I desire you, and I want to make sure you notice it." So next time you catch him teasing someone else, subtly claiming your space, or giving those little looks that spark your curiosity, pay attention. This is not casual behavior. This is a man signaling desire, attraction, and interest in ways that are playful, seductive, and impossible to ignore. And ladies, recognizing it, that's when the magic starts. Here's one of the most subtle but powerful signs a man is thinking about more than just friendship. He starts talking about the future with you in it. And I don't mean marriage proposals or grand, dramatic declarations. I mean those little, almost casual moments where he imagines you two together, moments that reveal exactly what he's craving, even if he doesn't say it outright. Think about it. Have you ever been chatting, maybe laughing over coffee, and he says something like, "I can see us going here together someday," or "I'd love for you to meet my friends like this." Maybe he casually mentions a weekend trip, a movie, or even a concert he thinks you'd enjoy, and he says it in a way that assumes you're coming along. These aren't coincidences. They're little windows into his mind, and yes, they're full of desire. He's imagining closeness, intimacy, and connection with you in ways that go beyond the surface. Here's why this is so important. Men don't usually talk about future scenarios unless they're thinking about someone in a way that's meaningful to them. When he includes you in these plans, even hypothetically, it's a signal he's emotionally invested. And let me be clear, it's not just about emotional closeness. When a man imagines you in his future, he's also thinking physically, sexually, and intimately. That imagination, it's part of desire, it's part of craving, and it often shows up in subtle, playful ways that women can miss if they're not paying attention. Notice the little things. Maybe he frames it as a joke. "Imagine us getting lost in this city together. You'd probably lead the way and I'd just follow." Or maybe he teases about a future moment you could share, a private inside joke that only the two of you would get. These moments feel casual, almost harmless, but underneath, he's testing your reaction. He's seeing if you're open to the idea of closeness, intimacy, and yes, physical attraction. The key is in how he frames it. If he's serious, playful, and consistent in including you in scenarios, even tiny ones, he's not just imagining, he's sending a signal he wants you there. He's thinking about how your presence affects him emotionally and physically. And ladies, this is gold. Most women wait for men to confess their feelings outright, but men often reveal desire in moments like this long before any words are spoken. Here's the subtle power for you. When he talks about the future with you in it, lean in, engage, tease back, and let him know you notice. A little smile, a playful comment, or a curious question can fuel the desire he's already building. Men love to see their imagination reflected back. It intensifies their attraction, their longing, and yes, their desire for you. So next time he drops a casual future comment that involves you, pay attention. This is a man signaling that he's not just interested in today, he's imagining tomorrow with you. He's mentally and emotionally picturing closeness, intimacy, and even desire. And ladies, recognizing this, that's when the chemistry really heats up. That's when you realize he's not just flirting, he's invested, captivated, and imagining a life, even a fleeting moment with you. Now, let's talk about one of the most irresistible signs a man is thinking about you in ways that go far beyond friendship, subtle touch. And ladies, this is where it gets electric, because touch is primal, instinctive, and impossible to ignore. It's the silent language of desire, the way a man can say, "I want you," without uttering a single word. And the most intriguing part, he often doesn't even realize he's doing it. It just happens naturally when his attraction is real. Subtle touch can show up in the tiniest ways. Maybe he brushes your hand when he passes something to you, just a fleeting contact, but it lingers just a second longer than it should. Maybe he touches your shoulder lightly when he's laughing at your joke, or leans closer when you're telling a story. It's not aggressive, it's not overbearing, it's intentional enough to notice, but subtle enough to keep your mind guessing. That little spark of connection, that's desire in action. Here's the psychology behind it. When a man is attracted, his body naturally seeks closeness. It's almost unconscious. He mirrors your energy, leans in, and finds excuses to touch you just enough to build tension, curiosity, and intimacy. And the beauty of this is that subtle touch communicates something words can't. It's personal, it's flirty. It says, "I want to be near you, I'm drawn to you. And yes, I'm thinking about you in ways that are private, playful, and intimate." Pay attention to patterns. Men who are truly interested will find little ways to touch you consistently, not once or twice, but enough to create a rhythm of closeness. Maybe it's during a conversation when your hands accidentally meet. Maybe it's brushing something off your shoulder. Maybe it's a light, playful nudge when teasing you. These tiny gestures are like breadcrumbs of desire, subtle, sexy, and completely intoxicating if you notice them. And here's a secret: your reaction matters. A subtle smile, a playful teasing comment, or leaning in slightly can amplify the attraction tenfold. Men are wired to respond to the energy you give back. So when you notice his touches, engage, make it a game. Let him see that you're aware, that you feel the connection, and that you're enjoying it. That's how tension turns into chemistry, and chemistry turns into desire. Finally, timing is everything. Subtle touches are almost always reserved for moments when he feels connected to you physically, emotionally, and yes, sexually. He doesn't touch everyone this way. He saves it for the women he's drawn to, the ones who make him think about closeness in every sense. And if you're paying attention, you'll see exactly how he's signaling he's thinking about intimacy, desire, and yes, closeness with you. So, ladies, notice the way he touches you, the lingering brush of a hand, the playful nudge, the light shoulder tap. It's one of the clearest ways a man communicates desire without saying a single word. And here's a little engagement challenge for you. Comment below, "I've noticed subtle touches like this," and share a moment you caught a man giving you that electric, flirty attention. Let's talk about these little sparks. You might be surprised how many women notice the same patterns. So, Ladies, here's the truth: desire isn't always loud. Men don't always come out and say exactly what they want, but if you know what to look for, you'll see it in every glance, every word, every subtle gesture. He talks about the future with you in it. He mirrors your energy. He drops playful hints in private moments. He uses touch that lingers just a little too long. And yes, he shows a little protective, flirty energy when he's around you. These aren't coincidences. These are signals, a language of desire that most women completely miss. And here's where you get the power. Once you notice these cues, you don't have to guess anymore. You can engage, respond, and even playfully escalate the connection. A little smile, a teasing comment, leaning in ever so slightly, it's all part of the game, and it's how you amplify the attraction in ways that feel effortless, natural, and irresistibly flirty. You see, women who understand this language don't just wait for men to make the first move. They create tension, chemistry, and desire that men can't resist. So here's what I want you to do next: pay attention. Look for the private compliments, the subtle touches, the playful protective moments. Notice how he mirrors you and how he imagines a future with you. When you see it, don't ignore it, respond. Tease, flirt, smile, engage. Let him know you notice, and watch how it changes everything. Which one of these signs have you noticed in a man before? I want to hear your stories. Share the moments that made your heart race, the gestures that made you think, he's thinking about me in that way. Let's talk about it. And remember, the women who see these signs always win.